You know, sometimes life has a funny way of changing your plans. One day, you think you've got everything figured out, and then the next, everything changes. Alright, so I guess it's finally time to make this video. I probably sat down to record this, I don't know, maybe like 10 times, maybe more. Um, every single time I get a couple of minutes in, I would just stop the video and just delete everything. And then I'd always tell myself, I'll just do it tomorrow. I just was not ready to make this official announcement, but I think I am now. If you've been following me for a while, you probably noticed things have been quiet.
What did he say?
Yes, I know we hate the Q word. The upload slowed down, Instagram got quieter, and that announcement that I just kept teasing never came. I'm sure a lot of you were wondering if I was ever actually going to make it, and honestly, fair enough. And how many times have you seen somebody or some page on Facebook vague posting and saying, huge announcement in 5 days, and it never actually comes? I turned into that guy. I hate it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Not my intentions whatsoever. But I mean, life just had other plans, man. Truth is, a lot of life happened. I mean, between, a death in the family, significant sicknesses before myself and other family members, emergency surgeries, and also a few weeks ago, I lost my job as a career EMT. And that still feels really, really weird to say. Um, before anybody starts asking, no, I'm not going to get into the circumstances behind my departure. That is completely intentional. And I want to protect my future professional opportunities. And honestly, there are parts of my life that just do not belong on the internet. And even this is probably a little bit too much. But this video isn't about why. It's important context, but what it's really about is what comes next. So I've spent almost 17 years in EMS, and somewhere along the way, it stopped being just a job, and it became part of my routine. And the station became my second home. The patients were family, and the job was how I measured my weeks. And honestly, the calls became a huge part of my life. And when you spend that much time doing something, you really don't think about what life looks like without it. You just wake up and you go to work. And when that's suddenly gone, it leaves a bigger hole than you expect. I'm not telling you that because I want sympathy. And if you ask anybody around here, I'm not that dude, man. I'm working on it. I promise. Honestly, what's done is done. I can't change it. I can't go back and do anything differently. The only thing I have control over is now, is what I do next. And I think that's really the question, not what happened. I mean, I know what happens. My employer knows what happened, right? But rather, what do I do next? The first evening after everything happened, my alarm went off and I reached over, turned it off. For a second, I started getting ready for work. Then it hit me. I mean, I didn't actually have anywhere I needed to be. So I just stared at the ceiling for what seemed like hours. That was probably the moment it became real. But here's the thing. I mean, this isn't the video I planned on making at all. And not because the announcement changed, but because life did. And for months, I've been teasing the big announcement. The truth is, I really wanted to share it a long time ago. It's just that life kept getting up and kicking me in the teeth. But through all of it, though, one thing has never changed, and that's been the goal. So I think it's finally time to tell you. And this goal has been quietly growing behind the scenes for months. I've been thinking about it, researching it, planning it, training for it. I just wasn't ready to say it out loud to all of you until now. And as far as I've been able to determine, nobody else has done this. So I am going to attempt to become the first known athlete to earn their Strongman Pro card after being the recipient of bariatric surgery. Honestly, and I think some of you were probably starting to think I was never actually going to make the announcement, and again, fair enough. But it's kind of crazy to say that sentence out loud finally. And honestly, it's it scares me a little bit because now it's real. And I knew, the people around me knew, but now you know, and I can't pretend that goal doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if I'll ever get there. I don't know how many years it'll take to get there. I don't know what obstacles are waiting, but I do know I'd regret never trying. And you might have also noticed the channel has a different name now, and that wasn't a random decision I made a few months ago. It wasn't something I came up with after losing my job. This was already the direction I was heading in. Powerlifting will always be a huge part of my life. Thanks to my buddy Corey, who was my first partner at my first EMS job, for introducing me to powerlifting and strength sports overall. He's really, really big motivator for all the things I have done, and continues to be a big motivator and a big supporter. And I just love him for that. He's a great dude. But Strongman has always piqued my interest. And after going through the things that I've gone through recently, training with the people I've been training with, and doing my first competition and placing, it's kind of where I decided my heart is. And now every time I upload a video, every time I see a post, every time I see that name, it's a reminder. It's the standard I'm chasing. I mean, whether I ever reach it, I don't know. But that's what this journey is about, isn't it? And yet, before anybody says it, no, and I'm definitely not the world's strongest EMT, not even close. And the name isn't a claim, it's a direction. So where does that leave us? And honestly, probably exactly where we need to be. But one thing became really clear. I've got a direction. This goal isn't something I'm chasing because my life fell apart. It's something I've been chasing for months already. It's just now life has given me an opportunity to chase it harder. And some weeks training is going to be incredible. Some weeks it's probably going to freaking suck. And there are going to be setbacks. And there are going to be victories. And I want to be here to show you all of it. But the thing is though, I still got to find my next job. I've got bills to pay. I still got to stay healthy. I've got to train. I've got to recover. Life didn't suddenly just get easier because I'm unemployed. If anything, it's made it harder. But I need to document this, and I need to show everybody this, because if I do earn that pro card someday, I don't want everybody to think it happened overnight. I don't want people to think it was easy. I want people to see the struggle. I want people to see the struggle it takes for somebody who's been through a bariatric surgery in order to be able to do this type of thing. I want people to know exactly what it took. So, who knows? Maybe I will become the first known athlete to earn their pro card in Strongman after having bariatric surgery. And maybe I won't. Either way, we're going to find out. We're going to find out together. So, tomorrow, I wake up. I train. I keep applying for new jobs. I keep on moving. One day at a time. One workout at a time. One decision at a time. That's how this gets built. But for now, back to the grind.